Give us when we say,
We'll give you every day.
our lives and souls today.
Father, you know we need it. I've seen so much pain and hate.
We have the faith, Lord, now. Your victory we will gain.
Father, you know we need it.
There's no more hearts strong. We're ready for your power. Now the ceiling's
Father, can you hear me
Can you hear me? Even me, Lord, Lord. See, I'm coming to you, Lord, just as I am. I'm in need of the blood.
Do you believe? Somebody say yeah.
Oh yeah.
Somebody say yeah. Woo! What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in our city says, what up, doe? What up? What up, doe? Big salute to the replay gang. Everybody coming in and out of the live. If you could take whatever finger you could, real smooth like, real cool like, tap on that thumbs up button for yours truly and the biggest. And I mean the biggest M, I do know. If you're new here, make sure you hit that sub button. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. You heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the chat. It's in the description. You can't sue us. There's the link. If you want to come up here and say how you feel, go ahead. We don't bite. Well, Big M does, but I don't. Big M, you fell. You didn't put your helmet on, but I know what's going on. No copyright infringement intended. Copyright rights belong to the rightful owner of that song. That's a good jam, because, Father, we need you. Mindy, I see you. Thank you for the thumbs up, for letting me know. I appreciate you. So, y'all, we are, oh, yeah, everybody, comment, share the live, and again, hit that sub button. But this Nolan Wells case, Father, we need you. It's a very, very sad case. Tragic. crazy work, diabolical. I'm gonna try my hardest to keep my emotions out of it. That's the hardest part about being a child advocate or an advocate in general, is you gotta be unemotional, and yeah. But Big M, you're back. Yay! So wait, hold on. Let's see. Salute, humble queen. You good? Make sure you put your helmet on. I know you might drop a couple times, so put your helmet on.
Yeah, salute. Yeah, I'm back. My bad. I had to switch to my cell phone. I know, my bad.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Big M.
know, my bad. All right, Keena.
Before I say anything, do you want to say any thoughts on this case, Big M?
Had me in the choke. Can you hear me? Yeah, it had me in the chokehold. I said I wasn't gonna do this case. I really said I wasn't gonna do it, but it's really, really just had me.
Can I ask you what made you change your mind?
I watched the mother's video, and she thanks the content creators for keeping his name alive. So that gave me the thing to go ahead. I got a platform. Why not use it? Use my voice to say how I feel. But I'm trying to get emotional because I it's so close to my son's story that is unreal. But the thing, ours turned out differently, but it was just so close. It's really just been one that had me just the chokehold to the mother talk. I commend her, and it's like I understand what she's talking about and how she's expressing how she's feeling. But in the same thing, we want answers. We need answers. It's like it's in this diabolical that is not the first one.
Won't be the
If you
last.
look at Ben Crumb cases, he got 3. Yes, but we're trying to make actually a impact that we're not going to take this. You know what I'm saying? It's that we're not going to go for this racism. You know what I'm saying? Not in 2026.
Remember, be careful, tread lightly. And I want to say this. I want to say first of all, Big M, when you told me, I didn't, because I didn't cover it because I respected you. I stayed away. I was just like, whatever, whatever. But I want to say thank you, and I just want to say salute to you because I know, looking at every time you change my life, every time I cover a case or see a case, and it's a parent, like it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl or a son or daughter, I always think of you. And how strong you are, and how I got to meet you, and just know you're a warrior, and that mother, Nolan's mother, again, I'm glad that's what made you change your mind, and I just want to say salute to you. I just want to say salute.
Salute. It's like, yeah, I love you too. And it's like the case is really, it's like, come on, just give us some answers. Just give us something that's not made up. Give us, it's not going to be this way on Monday, then this way on Tuesday, and then on Thursday it's something totally different. So give us something that's going to be concrete, it's going to stand, that it can explain what happened.
Because Big M, the truth don't change, right?
Hell no, that's why I keep it. I tell the truth because I tell people I get mental. I have memory problems, and if I forget a lot, but the truth I can always remember the truth because it never changes. I remember
Especially
what happened.
something like this, and a big something like this. Come on now, like come on.
You see the other case where another boy had drowned and his friends had took his phone and hid his phone and stuff and told his mother all this stuff. And now they want them to believe. And I'm going to go on mute because I'm not going to say nothing else because you know how I get.
Well, Big M, you know me. All you gotta do is say JJ. Let me know, cause I might. This one, guys. Yikes. Rhonda White. What up, though? We see you. Thanks for pulling up on yours truly. And I mean the biggest M, and I mean the biggest M I do know. I know you being smooth with it, cool with it, true it. How you feel about this case, Nolan Wells? What you think about it? So first off, y'all, I'm gonna say this. Like you said, Big M, the public naturally wants answers. We naturally want answers, let alone the family demands answers, right? We gotta, I guess, like, stop assuming guilt. But at this point, I feel like we can assume a little bit because I'm gonna say this, in my opinion. I'll play the clip. The Wallace dude, what's his name, Wallace Hudson or some shit like that, the one dude who did the interview with Tatum, he put his foot in his mouth right away. First thing that he said was that the last time he saw Nolan was at 3 o'clock, right? Then he said they left at 4:30, but he was smart. He said he didn't say it, but one of the other guys called for Nolan. But you said the last time you seen Nolan was at 3 and you left at 4:30, and when y'all were leaving at 4:30, one of your friends was calling for Nolan. That's a lie. That's and your timeline's already fucked up. Why are you lying? And then what fucked me up? He said Nolan was like a brother to me. No one ever talked bad about him. How come you're not crying? How come you're not showing no emotion if that was your brother? And then on top of it, his parents didn't even know who the fuck you are. They're like, who is this? And it's funny, you won't even talk to your brother's parents, but you'll do an interview with Tatum, who's plugged up. We gon', but is you cool? Are y'all really gonna do this in our face, like for real? In Mississippi, I feel like we might be doomed. It is what it is. But then, I'm going to say it, Big M. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. But there's a picture Nancy Grace keeps showing with the Boat 1, Boat X, Boat 2. Oh, Big M, go ahead.
I was saying, he said that's his brother. He loved his brother. Remember, I told you my stepson that passed away in March? My son, my youngest son, is still in mourning of that. It was his stepbrother. That
He didn't even shake. He was just no emotion. And I don't care. I'm sorry, y'all. Any human being, if your brother just catastrophically drowned, you're gonna show emotion. And like you said, Big M, like you said, like your cousin, I can't even imagine. I got 5 sisters. My big sister, dude, I can't even imagine. I don't even want to think about it. I couldn't even talk about it. Y'all, Big M, I couldn't even talk about it. And like if anything happened to Big M, this like my sister. Like this my sister, my Gigi, anything. Like, are you kidding me? I wouldn't be able to talk with no emotion. I don't give a fuck. Everybody agrees different, but you're not going to be able to sit there and lie and be a robot. You're not.
It wasn't no kind of feeling, no tiny emotion there. How you doing, Miss Rhonda White? Sorry, I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone. Excuse me.
So, hey, Rhonda, listen, this case, you said this case got me so upset. So last night, I was late. I popped up out of bed. I said, I know you fucking lying. I was like about to be asleep. And I'm like, my heart's racing. Y'all know how I get when I'm real passionate, And I was like, I can't wait to call Big M in the morning. I can't wait to call Big M. I'm like, what? And I feel you. This one's one for the books. But I want to say this. That picture that Nancy Grace keeps showing, Bolt 1, X, 2, 3, 5, and then all them people. And they're like, what do you see? I'm looking and I see no colored people.
KK meeting.
I see all white T people. All And Nolan was the only BLK person out there in Mississippi, y'all. What? And me and Big M talked about it. We do agree. She said it, the 3 letters. I do agree. And then one of my friends and me were talking about it, and it seems real plain. And like that song says, friends, how many of us have them? He thought they were his friends. It was done so well, it had to be a plan. With friends like this, I don't need enemies. Die.
I'm with you when you're right. Every time. But
That part began.
this was none of that. It was no kind of friends. This was modern day lynching.
Again, I feel like they like sacrifice, or you know that diabolical shit, that diabolical shit. They all them white tea people. No one saw him drown. Then they had the audacity to say he was a cocaine addict. He was in the water clapping cheeks because he was a sex addict. Get the fuck out of here. Then they're harassed. Let me shut up.
JJ.
Mindy says, if he was your brother, you wouldn't have left without him. Damn, that was a great statement. I'm with you when you're right, Mindy. They are really playing in our face, effing for real, type shit. And this is a prime example. Privileged. Because, oh buddy, we can't say one of their names. Plugged up. I hope there's
Turning Point USA.
Say it one more time.
Turning Point USA.
Money talks, bullshit walks every time, folks. And guess what? Every time skin color just happens to be involved. Because, you know, usually, never mind. Y'all, so in my notes, I'm gonna say this. Let's talk about the timeline. In my opinion, the timeline remains the biggest issue because we have old buddy say, the last time I saw my brother, that no one, you know how people always talk about someone that it was too much with no emotion. If that was your brother and you had all that nice shit to say, it didn't even move you to tell, like you're not even moved. And you lied. You said the last time you saw Nolan was at 3 o'clock. And then, let me ask y'all something. When you're out, because I just went out on a boat. I can tell y'all this. I was out on that boat. I can't tell you the exact time. I was out on that boat between 1 and 4. Did he just happen to look down at his phone or something? Or did he just happen to, like, write it down like the last time I saw Nolan? How did you know that was going to be the last time? So to remember the exact time. So he exactly knew the last time he saw Nolan was at 3 o'clock. And you were all drinking. Again, I was just out on a boat. I cannot tell you remotely even, I'm not even going to lie to y'all, close what time. But I can tell you it was between 1 and 4 p.m. I can tell you that. Then you say, oh, go ahead, again.
Yes, now you said they found some stuff in their systems. One of the friend's father is a pharmacist, has his own pharmacy. The other one is a pain doctor.
Let's not talk about the judges and the po-pos and the ro-ros and all the ho-hos in their family too.
But no, they were saying that the boys were actually using drugs. They were getting them from their parents.
But Big M, let me ask you this. So I think they were portraying their lives about them being addicted to, you know, smacks, and them being addicted to blow, and saying it was Nolan tapping cheeks, Big M.
No.
I'm gonna say this. Nolan had a pure, nice heart. He thought them boys, when they showed him with them boys, he thought they were his friends. You think he was out in the water clapping cheeks? Come on now. He was about to get that #1 spot. That's what's about to happen.
He
Let's
really
talk
ain't
about
clapping
that.
cheeks, but he was hugged up. First, he was hugged up with Katie. Well, first of all, it was first an unnamed girl, unknown girl. He was hugged up with her, and then it was Katie. It's like a lot of stuff is like, come on, just tell us, keep one story, stick to one story, and everybody go with that one.
Big M, let me ask you a question. If something happened to me, and say like whatever, would you be in contact with my family? Would you want to help my family?
Hell yeah.
So how come all his bros, everybody but the bros, will talk to Nolan's family?
Okay, another thing. I have boys, football players, one of them never did any type of sports. He thought he was just too cool for sports, but that was the most popular one in school.
Is that
That
Malik?
one, no, AJ. That's the one that I met the whole football team from Southfield High, um, Southfield Lake Throne. And he didn't go to any one of the schools. They came to visit him, you know what I'm saying? So if you was his friend, you never came to his house, how was that your friend? Even a black mother, and they had a black household. She cooked. They got snacks. Every
He
kid
said
gonna go
that it's because
home.
he always went over there. So Nolan's mom, she seemed like she cared, like she would wanna, she would, would want, you know what I'm saying? Like they seem like some good parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, but his excuse was he came to our house.
I seen the picture of Nolan's mother house. I went through her Facebook page. They have a beautiful home. It looks like a homey like home, like where y'all they sit around and eat dinner together and watch movies, play board games, like that kind of home. So and like barbecue kind of thing. So it looked like that type of family. So and then the cousin came out and said that the Katie's family has been to not mountainous events at their houses. Their whole family loves Katie. So it's like if everybody been there and all this type of stuff, but you guys really wasn't friends. You were associates.
Lord, protect me from my friends, because I can handle my enemies. And I want to say this. I want to say this too. Everybody would say what they could do and everything, but like when I lost my wife at 23 years old, it was hard to find someone my age who could actually relate. They could judge and tell me what I should do and what they woulda, coulda, shoulda did. But my grandma, she lost her husband, but she was in her 50s, so we could relate. And we could actually be on that level. Literally, sometimes you need. So Big M has lost a child. She talked to Wuda, and it's different when you've been through it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. So like when I see that mother, people are harassing her. The hate, it is fucking sad, and that's how I know they're great, because they will always hate what's great. But my heart goes out to her, and I hope that I wish she could get a hold of you, Big M, shit, because I know you give good advice, and it's just sometimes you need that advice from somebody with experience. Sometimes you have to, it just is what you need.
I would love to reach out and talk to her, but right now, with all these people, attacking her and stuff, I was gonna reach out to her. So I'm gonna give her some time because she's not gonna really take the heat of the mess. Well, we're not gonna really communicate how I want us to with all the stuff going on. So I'm gonna give her some time. I'll reach out to her.
And and then one thing I wanted to say is just again, they played the same football. They played the same position, right? I'm not one of his friends, best friends, his brothers, and I'm pretty sure Nolan was the first string. He was the bench rider. He wanted to go pro. You think he was going pro over Nolan? So, and it says in the Bible, when you cheat and do shit like that, you're not. So even if dude does go pro, I bet you he tears something. You just know you can't move like that. And Nolan really thought those were his friends, and I just would look at the pictures and I was like, and I'm sorry, I would never, even me, I'm Yellow Nation. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying, as dark as him. I would never go out there without. I would have never been on that boat. Best friends or not, I would have never. And Mississippi at that, Mississippi folks.
But he didn't think that it would happen. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
Right.
think that it would happen. He thought about just going to have a good time. He was trying to for his last hoo-ah before he get into football season, and he had a big thing on Monday. So how would he be drinking and doing drugs if he was really, and look at his body, he was really into his body. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't put that stuff in his body. I don't see that happening from the pictures, and that's bullshit.
And again, this one, because I am a person of color, anybody of a person of color, this shit right here, and people try to say that the three-letter people don't exist and racism is gone, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me, yo? It's so sad what they did to that boy. It's fucking sad as fuck. Because he was great. He did nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. It's fucking sad because of the color of his fucking skin.
And that's so true. That's true. It is. It's just because of color of his skin. And we thought, well, I'm gonna be honest, I never thought I would live in the time where I was live in this much racism. That's it's not even hidden anymore. It's like in the 50s when they like burning crosses on the ground, in the lawn type shit. That's what it feel like now.
And I'm gonna say this, Big M. We covered it. Remember when we covered it? I went live in Utah. They have a town where it's whites only. They are accepting applications. The dude did an interview and he says, "No, it's not racism. We just want people around us with the same traditions." What? And you're allowed to do that? Privileged. Privileged. There's a difference between privilege and entitlement. None of us are entitled to shit, baby. I promise you that. But them folks are privileged as fuck. Oh, it was definitely a plan. Rhonda, I think, you know that song, Friends? How many of us have them? It was done so well, it had to be a plan. Remember when he was talking about her man and stuff and the friends? And then, with friends like this, I don't need enemies. Damn, they've been trying to tell us since 1984, folks. So I think, because again, y'all, they're showing this picture. There's all these white tea people, boats tied together, where he allegedly drowned. No one saw nothing. I feel like they all had parts. I feel like it was a seance or some circumcision.
Think about it. The father went out the day before and looked on the Sunday and looked everywhere. They searched everywhere, but they even searched the place that he was found at on Monday. Okay.
And how are they gonna find Nolan right there where he was at?
If you watch one of the thing on Nancy Grace, the guy tells it, he says it, and not really knowing, he says, I caught it. He said when he seen the body in the water, the police was already around it. It was surrounded by police.
No, last night she showed it because she was sticking up for him. I could see it. There's a big group of people and they were like pulling. I know exactly what you're talking about. And like, come on, man, this shit is so corrupt. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna keep saying it. I used to think the better a person I became, the less in the less bullshit. Oh no. The more you elevate, because a lot of people don't elevate, the more hate you're going to have. And if you just are born with greatness like Nolan, is a pure example. It's hard to be great out here. This is definitely getting out of control with BLK men. Too much is happening back to back. And in Mississippi too, we had that one boy, he was strung from the tree. They said he unalived himself. Shut the fuck up. Oh, the same day Nolan went missing, Big N, because you told me, I don't want to say it wrong. I'm the same fucking lake and everything.
Oh, the boy that went with his friends and then they get rid of his phone, get rid of his clothes, or he accidentally drowned. The mother said he was an excellent swimmer, but he accidentally drowned the same night, same day that Nolan did. Independence Day.
Were they on that same lake in Mississippi?
That was Mississippi. They were on that same lake though. That's Mississippi though.
Okay, so in Mississippi. So, and guess what? He was with a group of white tea people, just like Nolan, and he was the only BLK person. What? You guys, if you think them people, them groups of white tea men with them sheets and shit, they don't wear the sheets no more. They don't do it back in the day like they used to, like in Game of Thrones and shit. It's different. They wear it with the swim trunks on, with the boat on, drinking beer and shit. Like, gotcha, buddy. That's how they wear it now. So one thing I want to say too, I want to talk about Nolan's family. I want to say big respect is they want consistency, right? And consistency is key in a lot of shit out here in life, especially solving a mystery unaliving of a teenage boy. And what I'm trying. A lot of people. This is what sucks about shit in the internet. Is a telephone game. Remember that game we used to play in elementary, and the person started, and by the time it got to the last person, it was nothing close to what was said. Because people keep on making assumptions and like they did, and it's just disgusting. Why do this shit? Because for money, click, view. Because it's just America. It's diabolical out here, y'all. I hope y'all pray every night, but why? Why the assumptions? Why the judging? Why the hate to the ones that need hugs and shit? The mother is literally being harassed at work and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, they getting bold with it. Yeah, like, cause again, back in the day, it was kind of given when all them group of people put that mask on and that thing. It's like, oh, there they go. But if you're out on the water and it just looks like a fucking 4th of July gathering, right? They are bold with it because it's like, yeah, they're doing it and they're like, and they're play right in our face. Cause how could all them people be there and no one see a fucking thing? Not anybody. Not anybody. So this is what we have to rely on. We have to rely on the cell phone data because remember, y'all, cell phones ping, ding, okay? That's gonna have to come out, right? The autopsy that they're keeping a secret is gonna come out to see if he was really on rugs and drinking. I bet you he wasn't. Or never mind. Social media posts because again, there's a lot of people. I'm gonna show y'all how many people. No witnesses, and if they can't, all them phones, and they can't come up with a clear timeline, or it was done so well, it had to be a plan. Give me 1 second, y'all.
I don't know what teenager gonna say, take my phone and leave me on the island.
You ain't leaving me at no island with no phone. I don't give a fuck. Friend, best friend, I don't give a fuck. We finna fight, bro. We finna fight. Shit, what you mean? We gonna have words. There, I don't know. But he was just so inebriated, he quietly tumbled off and then it doesn't even, when they found his body, y'all, how come the condition his body was in, it's like, in my opinion, when you are in water, submerged, because remember, they didn't find, they found him like, a day or two after, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
So you mean to say, so he just drowned right there, didn't move, and they said there was heavy current and shit like that there, didn't move, washed up, sat in the water for 2 days, and his body doesn't even look like it's no bloated, no nothing. Shut the fuck up. Science don't lie, but let me guess, it's because he's BLK, and it takes longer for them to be in the water to blow up and shit, right?
No, his black friend said he's not black. He's Asian black. He's mixed.
Again, I can't stand you. Well, at least he embraced
That's
all
what
his
his black
race.
friend said.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm Heinz 57. I don't know. I'm a little bit of Earth. I got a little bit of everything in me. But I'm definitely not 100% European. Hell no. But 1 second, I want to play this for y'all, and I want y'all to pay attention. This is like an 8-minute clip. When there's a picture of our Nolan, may he rest in peace, for real, man. Like, this shit really breaks my heart, for real. This one's touching my soul. And one of his so-called bros. And just look at the way he's looking at him, y'all. I pay attention to body language. I used to look past that shit, but look at the way he's looking at him. You could just look, you could see the envy. Cause it's okay. You can be jealous of somebody. Like Big M, I could be jealous that she just bought a brand new car, and it could go make me get motivation to go get a brand new car. But once you envy a motherfucker, it's over. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. You can't envy somebody, and nothing good comes from it. But you can be jealous. I did learn that. I could be jealous of Big M and go out and get me a badass car because she motivated me because I was jealous of her new car.
Shoot, I don't drive.
Yeah, I know you ain't driving me nowhere, but I was just saying.
A former Army interrogator just exposed Officer Tatum and one of Nolan Well's friends. Now, this dude has been trained in interrogating and getting answers out of people and determining whether or not somebody's lying or telling the truth. He has some major issues with this Officer Tatum and Warren interview. Here's what he has to say. A former Army interrogator just exposed Officer Tatum and one of Nolan Well's friends. Now,
the United States
Warren interview. Here's what he has to say.
I am a former Army interrogator, human intelligence collector. I was trained by the United States government to
Come on.
analyze your language, body language, posture.
Sounds credible to me.
Identify deception. I did it in the real world
Yes.
through interrogations, through source operations, and
Mhm.
through strategic debriefings. I've got tons of certifications. I'm an expert at this.
You
Yes.
guys get ready to leave out of there, getting towed out.
Yeah.
And then where is Nolan in this situation?
Well, Nolan was the last time I saw Nolan was
Listen.
3:00.
Last time he saw Nolan was 3:00. That is critically important information. All right, right here, he's talking about when his buddy Bart pulls out his buddy Wyatt's boat. So Bart is on one boat and he's pulling out Wyatt's boat. Wyatt's boat is the one that you've heard about was taken on water and sinking, and that's
Yes.
why they had to leave Horn Island.
Yes,
I
we
want you to
heard-
pay
yep.
attention to this.
To where we're out
come
of
on.
all this, all this chaos, because we left at 4:30 and there was still
We left at 4:30.
Yeah.
We left at 4:30. This
Oh.
guy just said that the
Hold on. Hold on.
I've got tons of certifications. I'm an expert.
Thank you, sir.
And then where is Nolan in this situation?
well, Nolan was the last time I saw Nolan
Listen.
was 3:00.
Last time he saw Nolan, important buddy Bart
Yep.
pulls out his boat and one that you why they
To where
I
we're out of
saw.
all this, all this chaos, because we left at 4:30 and there was still
we left at 4:30. We left at 4:30. This guy just said that the last time he saw Nolan was 3:00. Very specific time. Now, how did he know it was 3:00? Brandon Tatum didn't ask him that. If this was an interrogation, that's a key question I would ask.
Tatum is a poor interviewer, and thank you for saying it. Tatum is a really, really poor interviewer, and so this dude is an inter-
saw Nolan was 3:00.
3:00.
And Nolan was cradling a girl in his arms,
Yes.
Katie. Katie.
That's Katie McCormick that he's talking about. Katie McCormick said that's not true, but let's listen. This is at 3:00. This happened at 3:00.
And Katie, Nolan was sitting there, and the last time I saw him, I looked at Nolan, and Nolan was like shaking his head, laughing. That was the last time I laid eyes on him. But when we were leaving,
But when we were leaving, so it would be 4:30 because he's already said we were leaving at 4:30.
Nolan was sitting by the boat.
Nolan was sitting by the boat. How do you know, Warren, that Nolan was sitting by the boat? The last time you laid eyes on him was at 3:00. It's
Come.
When your own words are used against you, it came straight from his bro's mouth. Big M, anybody. Am I crazy?
You me?
I can hear you now.
Came out of his own mouth. So Nolan was sitting by the boat at 4:30.
Big M, if you were the popo, I know I am the popo, y'all. I'm the popo. I keep telling y'all I am the police, and I'm telling y'all, that's a lie. That right there doesn't take a rocket science. You don't even gotta be a popo. That is a lie.
context. We're race hustling. We're grifting. Nothing happened to Nolan. Shouldn't your opinion be affirmed? Shouldn't you go from, man, it's 50-50, I don't know. After talking to innocent people who don't know nothing, shouldn't you now be leaning towards, oh, he just drowned? But after speaking to the innocent people,
let's see, after the boat, I'm trying to help us not get too caught up and and people look like fools. So now go to the TMZ article real quick, the TMZ presentation. TMZ played this, all of the above. Y'all were DMing me to death about this on TMZ. Let me just read this real quick from what TMZ said. Evidence appears to show Nolan Wells was still on Horn Island when his friend's boats left.
if you scroll down to the bottom of that TMZ and article, they tell you based on sources, not based on evidence, based on sources. Bruh, if we're listening to sources, yo, these kids will be under the jail. Direct
knowledge of the investigation claim authorities have evidence of Nolan being on the Mississippi Barrier Island. Let's see, after the boat departed on the 4th of July, which.
Real quick, y'all, another thing that grinds my gears. Do you see the color of Tatum's skin? We supposed to be together, not against each other. And that's the problem. When we could come together, which maybe one day, but how can he even do that?
He's a sellout. Just say you're a sellout without saying you're a sellout.
Yeah. It's given that he needs to listen to Goody Mob, Beautiful Skin. Cause you got to respect yourself before I can.
We have got to talk about this now.
All right, y'all. 2 hours ago, leaked fight photos. Nolan Wells' possible boat fight photos could change everything. Oh wow. Oh. Uh-oh. But always remember, consider the source. I've never listened to him. I don't know how credible he is, but it's not TMZ. Just saying.
Now, I just saw this on Tisa Tells. I felt compelled to share this with you.
Hold on a minute. He just saw that from our girl Tisa Tells. We know this shit legit. Shout out. Let's go. We know this shit is not mainstream.
You sure he see Tisa Tells? If Tisa Tells is
Y'all, did someone actually catch the fight on camera?
P-A-S-C-A-L. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.
We have got to talk about this. Now, I just saw this on Tisa Tells. I felt compelled to share this with y'all because this, I think, is very...
He said Tisa Tells. That's our girl.
The last guy, you know, that's my boy. I follow him too, but not him.
Because again, y'all, if y'all listen to TMZ mainstream, we don't do mainstream. It's raw and uncut over here, and we always consider the source.
Very interesting. We got to go straight over to Threads. There's a guy by the name of a person by the name of Tierney Simmons. He put up some photos, and this apparently, I think, the United Cajun Navy may have accidentally, unbeknownst to them, shown screenshots of the actual fight that there allegedly was. I mean, remember there was a fight with Trayston, but apparently there was another fight after Trayston left the island.
Big M, let me know if this sounds credible or not, okay?
What was going on there? I do not know. What that fight pertains to, we do not know. There's a lot of rumor and a lot of speculation that maybe Nolan Wells was a part of that fight, or maybe he was the center or the cause of that fight. We don't know. But one thing is for sure. There is some footage here that looks really, really interesting. And I just got to ask you guys this question. Could this actually be the fight that people are talking about? Remember, we've heard everyone of the likes from Nolan Wells' parents, Christine and Elmore, even Benjamin Crump, talk about that there was 2 fights, not just one there. Or it could be another. We'll talk about the Warren having 2 beers or not. But let's take a look at some of these photos again. Okay? As you can see right here, that could very well be Nolan Wells right there. Or it could be another kid with the same type of hairstyle. Remember, you know, this is not like he had a hairstyle that was super unique. A lot of kids rock that hairstyle, okay? I know a lot of kids.
But it wasn't like there was 20 fucking black BLK people out there, y'all. I'm just saying.
That rock that specific hairstyle that Nolan Wells was rocking. So this could very well be him, but it may not be. It could be somebody.
Big M, you think that's Nolan Wells?
Yeah, it had to be. The only one out there was black.
He was he was the only BLK person, y'all. There was not like there was even 3 or 4. We could count on one hand. He was the only one.
Completely different. It could be another kid. Okay, so that's one thing for sure. But you can see people out there. They're on the boat. They're in the water. People have drinks in their hands. They look like they're having a grand old time. For sure. But again, this is something interesting, right? Okay. And again, if you look at the full photo, you can't tell me that no one saw nothing. That's the problem. Again, like I've already said a million times ad nauseum, he could have drowned or something bad happened to this man. But I don't think it's all about just because he's black. It could have been kids being drunk, filled with ego, young, dumb, and full of, you know what I'm saying? And just drunk, acting the fool. If we do.
Big M, do you think this was just an accident, just drinking, brothers drinking? It had nothing to do with color? Nothing to do with fucking color.
No, whatever. Go ahead. Go on with your games. I don't believe him.
No, I'm not fooled. This is crazy work. And look at the color of his skin. But, I mean, it's good to be optimistic, I guess.
Find out that, you know, it had to do with something nefarious that was, you know, sprouted or, you know, spawned from something.
Sir, you have half of it. You're right. It did have to do with something that it's called Nolan had the #1 spot. And it's because it just happens to be most of the time us colored folks know how to run and move and groove and shoot better than the average white tee man, you know. So that does have to do with race, but let's let him talk.
Racist? We will find out for sure. And like I said, we still keep it on the table because every possibility is on the table right now. But still, He was around a lot of people.
I'm glad you said that, around a lot of people, and this is the biggest thing, y'all. And there's no witnesses. And if there, there's other black. He thinks there's other BLK people out there. Anything, you don't think a brother would have had a brother's back? At least talking, at least saying what he saw, but nobody saw nothing. I can't.
So what happened here? Is it really just racism that took his life?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Something else happened for sure. Okay. Now here's another photo. And we're going to look down first. Now, to me, that looks like, I don't know what kind of drink, what kind of beer, the red can.
Sir, let me help you out. Because you can't be drinking and driving a boat. So you either get a cup, but then they'll know if it's in a cup. But if you dump your pop out and pour your liquor, you can drink and drive on the boat and be conspicuous about it. I've done it before. I'm just saying. Duh. And that looks like, yeah, his chaser and his liquor. He's a smart guy. He's being slick with it. And he didn't use a red Solo cup because that's a given too. It looks like he's just drinking 2 pops, but the police, you don't think the police would be like, why is he drinking 2 pops? But I'm no lawyer. I'm no cop. I'm just yours truly, JJ. Oh wait, I am the police. I'm no detective.
He's definitely drinking a beer. That might be a Bud Light in the blue can, or a Michelob Ultra, or something of that sort. But that's definitely a beer. And then I don't know what that red can is. That could be root beer. That could be a Coke. I mean, that definitely doesn't look like a Coke can. But maybe, he could be drinking some IPA type of beer. I don't know. Anybody who knows their beer cans or know their beers, definitely comment down below and let me know what you see. I mean, that could be another Busch type of beer, but it doesn't. I've never seen Busch.
Dog, you never seen, like, let's be conspicuous because we can't drink and drive and we're underage. So let's put our liquor in a pop can. Big M, am I crazy?
Beer.
No, ma'am.
In a.
No, ma'am. So
No,
it's
ma'am.
not like, okay, it's not like I'm making shit up. Like, he's smart because they're on a boat. You can't drink and drive on a boat. Even when you're privileged, they might give you a problem. He might get out of the ticket, but he's trying to be smooth, cool, and true with it, right?
Who bought the beer? Oh, I forget. I'm 21. My bad.
Never mind. The privileged ass boys, one of them had a fake ID though. Or daddy was like, or grandpa, the one that owned the boat and registered to the boat, was probably like, I got you, dog. I got you, buck. I got you, dog. I mean, I got you, Bucky. He didn't say dog. My bad. He said, I got you, buck.
No, Art was 21.
Oh, so he was supplying to minors. Because Nolan's not 21. Or let me guess, he gets a pass on that too.
Fully red can. So I don't know what this can is, but I'm assuming it's an alcoholic drink. So he is definitely drinking. Okay. Some underage drinking is definitely popping off right here. But let's go north of this photo. Let's take a
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just gonna go on mute, actually.
look at this. Okay? What's going on right here? Is there something weird going on here? Or is nothing going on? Take a look at that
Ooh, baby. Good eye. Whoever caught that, good eye. Wait a minute. I'm now zooming in. It looks like they're talking shit to each other, or somebody, maybe the big boy, the wide one with no hat, is trying to punk the other one. It seems like.
Seems suspicious to me.
It's definitely sus for sure. Damn. Let's keep listening, guys. This is getting good. This was just released 2 hours ago.
photo. Now, to me, what could it be? You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can think of is they're getting in each other's face.
You know, maybe they were about to kiss because they were in love. Maybe it was like a bromance. I'm just saying, if he says some dumbass shit like that, I swear we're ending the live.
Okay, here's the thing. They for damn show ain't playing spin the bottle. One of them definitely doesn't have an eyelash in their eye, and the other one's trying to blow the eyelash out. Okay? They for damn show ain't about to start making out. So what's going on here? To me, it looks like there's something going on here. It does. Why would they get that close in proximity to each other? But here's the thing. We don't know who the other kid, we don't know who the two kids are. That could have been another tussle, another argument, another situation that happened that had nothing to do with Nolan. Again, let me just say this, okay? Nolan, if this is Nolan, Nolan's all the way over there then. He's all the way over here. If I'm correct, this is within the same camera pan, right? The iPhone is panning around the area, showing the fun, showing the people drinking libations, you know, getting in the water, enjoying the ocean, enjoying Horn Island, and ringing in the festivities, right? Ringing in the birthday of America, right? So if he's over there and this is what they assume.
Only in America will you hear some shit like this.
Is Nolan, quite possibly, right? Then who this then? Is this one of his boys? Again, could this be Nolan? I don't think.
So I have to say something to y'all. We have to keep in mind. Do you know that these are all pictures that were sent in? How do we know that that's even from that day? Again, these are screenshots and pictures that the public, his brothers, are giving to help the case. How do we know it was even that day? How do we know they didn't AI that bitch and Photoshop it? They can, money talks, bullshit walks. If you got money, you can do anything. How do we know? So why the fuck are they, like, that's crazy to me. This all speculation. We don't even know for facts if them pictures are from that day, y'all. It was done so well, it had to be a plan.
it is. The kid is clearly wearing a baseball cap. We don't hear anything about Nolan Wells wearing or running around with a baseball cap. So he's wearing a baseball cap, or this person's wearing a baseball cap. So who's this person? And could this be the start of something that turned into maybe something that caused Nolan Wells to get hurt? I got questions. Okay, but they definitely are drinking. They definitely having a grand old time. I mean, take a look at this too. Like I said, they for damn show ain't like, you know, they ain't like secret lovers. Grand old time. I mean, take a look.
Dude, I know some shit. How did I know his weird ass was gonna be like that? He couldn't say that, but he had to talk about it. Weird, crazy work. But I want to say this. Notice, y'all, how let's go here. We got boat 1, X, 2, 3. How come that's boat X? And then it goes 2, 3. And then the boat that the pictures are coming from is 4. Okay? Do you see boat 3 is tied to 4? And I think the boats are tied together and shit. Like, how come nobody's seen shit? Were they all, like, the liquor was that good? The dope was that fucking good? Nobody saw shit? This is crazy work. Father, we need you.
Look at this too. Like I said, they for damn show ain't like, you know, they ain't like secret lovers. Yeah, that's what they are. No, they're not.
I can't with him no more. I want to show y'all one more video and then we're gonna end it. I really don't like Nancy Grace. Sorry, Nancy Grace. Yeah, I'm gonna play this little clip of her, y'all. Begin. I hope you put your helmet on. She'll be back.
No.
Do you have personal knowledge of someone directly?
They're getting death threats. Not only that, we understand this case. Bombshell tonight in the investigation of the death of a young man, Nolan Wells. Death threats are flying. One actually says there's going to be blood, so much blood. Another death threat says don't go outside.
Hey, the truth makes them squirm. Me and Big M tell y'all all the time, it's got them making death threats, because they don't want the truth to come out. They're fucking squirming. The truth will always make them squirm. And I mean squirm.
How can anybody do their jobs when they're getting death threats? Not only that, we understand this case is headed to a grand jury. We also learned tonight that the state's autopsy is complete, but is being kept secret. Isn't an autopsy a public document? Why is it being kept hidden from us, the public? What is in that autopsy, the first autopsy of Nolan Wells? Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
My mind, because in my head, if I wasn't drinking, if I didn't get into that altercation, maybe I would be able to do something. Maybe I would have saw something. Maybe I would have told Nolan, hey, man, you're not going with that girl. Just come back with us. We're going back a little bit later. We can go meet up with the guys later.
the young lady Katie that he was hanging out with. I saw a text message from her alluding to the fact that she never saw him get on that boat at all. They could have been saying don't die or is it dead, referring to the bilge pump. Somebody would have seen something if there was a dramatic commotion like this occurring on that boat.
I hope Nolan Wells died by accident. I'm not shutting down our Crime Stories investigation until I know.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the f*** up! What'd you say?
You know, if that sound is real, there's no getting away from that. And all this business about there's no connection, well, I listened to...
Hey, Nancy Gray, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but do you want to bet? You want to bet?
a good 40 seconds of SETO, S-E-A, second word T-O-W, on hold. Listen to their...
Attorney Russell Latino, representing one of Nolan's friends, has strongly criticized both the enhanced audio and the transcripts circulating online. He argues they're unreliable and has compared the internet's theories to a game of Clue being played with real people's lives. Meanwhile, the audio engineer who enhanced the recording, Jeanette Brantley, continues to defend her work. She says she's confident in the enhancement process and maintains that investigators have not contacted her directly to review her analysis. So right now, there are very different opinions surrounding the same piece of evidence. Nancy Grace believes the enhanced recording is genuine. The engineer stands behind her work. The defense says it shouldn't be trusted, and investigators have not publicly confirmed whether the disputed voices in the recording are authentic or meaningful.
Spoken to her. I've read her statement. I want you to judge her credibility. Credibility is normally the sole province of a jury, and tonight you serve in that function. Miss Brantley, I'm sure that you're getting all sorts of abuse, threats, and so forth. It's a cacophony that seemingly won't cease. That said, thank you for being with us tonight. Explain to me where you got the audio, how you got the audio, and what, if anything, you did to enhance the audio.
First and foremost, I basically downloaded it off of YouTube from WLOX News's YouTube site. And when I downloaded it, I ripped it off of YouTube. That's the terminology that we use when we take something off of YouTube. But when I ripped it off of YouTube
Pause.
and I pulled it in.
Pause, please. Objection. Miss Brantley, isn't it true that the audio you got was taken directly by XLO from MDMR, correct? The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Okay, please continue, Miss Brantley.
So when I downloaded it from YouTube, I pulled it into my DAW, which is Logic Pro X. That's my DAW of choice. And when I first listened to it, I realized that it was like a dual mono recording, which most, most phone services or operators utilize when they're recording conversations. And so it was already split between the caller, the dispatch, and the callers in the background. And so that's what made it easy for me to isolate it without having to do much to it. So that isolation, when I separated the left channel from the right channel, that just made me be able to really focus on everything that was on the call end. And what I was hearing was I honestly could not believe what I was hearing.
Miss Janetta Brantley, isn't it true this is the same audio that was released by the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources?
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Let's listen to it one more time.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the f*** up! What'd you say? It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now. I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that. Everybody was on this board. I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. What? I don't have the tag on here. It got ripped off. What? No, we do not need that. Let me go look. Hey, where's this? Drop it off. Hey, jump in and pull the plug while you're going. Hold on. Take out of here. Take out of here. Hello. Take out of here. Okay, what's going on? What's up? Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Hello. Let's go. David, hard. Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Hello! Let's go! David Hart? David Hart? David Hart?
So, do y'all think this is some made up shit or enhanced? I never heard of some shit like this. Like, again, this is crazy. I never heard of them saying, we can't trust this. That part, Big M.
Back to Janetta Brantley joining us tonight, and she shows herself in that video showing what she is doing. What does adding EQ mean, Ms. Brantley?
Adding EQ is basically selecting a certain frequency of the actual sound and either deleting or removing a certain noise, something that's problematic to the ear, deleting that or boosting that. That's literally all EQing is.
What was your process, Janetta? Because I was sitting researching. It was early in the morning, like 5:45 a.m. several days ago, and I was researching the Nolan Wells case, and I saw the transcript as it was being played. And my husband was also up. He said, "What's wrong?" I'm like, if this is real, this changes everything. It changes everything. Because up until that point, it seemed as if Nolan's death could very well have been an accident. If this is real, it changes everything. It's seismic. What was your reaction when you heard these words, Janetta Brantley?
I think at my core, I was in disbelief. I wasn't cleaning it or enhancing it to specifically look for or identify a crime or even point the fingers at anybody. I believe I wanted it to be an accident. I think a lot of us wanted it to be an accident. So when I heard those things, when I heard "Damn it, Bart," that name stood out to me because I hadn't even heard that name before. As I was listening to certain things that stood out to me, I was in disbelief because, again, I'm just an audio engineer. I'm not an investigator or detective or anything like that. So when I heard a name that I wasn't familiar with, it stood out to me, and that alone made me want to hear what was immediately said after "Damn it, Bart." And so that's why in that process where "Damn it, Bart" came in loud and clear to me, I decided to go over to the next part to hear what the rest of that statement was, which is where you saw me actually create a loop over that part, split that part, and then add a gain, which the gain is boosting the volume overall. And that's pretty much what you saw me do in that actual video. And so to hear, "Damn it, Bart, Nolan's really dead now," that I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
My reaction too, Janetta, because when I first heard it, I thought this has got to be doctored. This can't be real. Don't move. Straight out to veteran trial lawyer Franz.
Just when the debate over that enhanced CETO audio seemed to be splitting into two camps, believe it or dismiss it, Nancy Grace weighed back in. In a post shared yesterday, she came down on one side. The audio, she said, is real, not doctored, not manipulated. Real. That directly contradicts what Nolan's friend's legal team has been saying for days. Attorney Russell Latino called the enhanced recording and the transcript that came with it illegitimate, comparing the online speculation to a game of clue people are playing with real lives. On the other side, the audio engineer behind the enhancement, Jeanette Brantley, has stood by her work, even as she says investigators still haven't reached out to her directly. So now you have a sound engineer standing by it, a defense attorney calling it doctored, and Nancy Grace publicly backing its authenticity, all before anyone with subpoena power has weighed in. Who's right? That's still an open question, but it's clear this audio isn't going away quietly. Another topic generating discussion is the interview Tatum conducted with one of Nolan's friends. The interview offered insight into his perspective and has become a point of conversation online. But many of the claims made in interviews and across social media have not been independently verified by investigators.
Can you explain your relationship with Nolan?
Yeah, I will. So his mom got on TV, as everybody has seen, and said that she didn't know me. And man, that can't be farthest from the truth. Me and Nolan, I met Nolan in 9th grade in our second block class. It was math. He was one of the first guys I made friends with. It was somebody I made a connection to, like off rip. He was an athlete. I could tell he was an athlete. When I walked into class, we sat really close to each other. And all he did, he turned around and asked me for a pencil when I first met him in 9th grade when I moved to Ocean Springs. Man, it was tough. And the relationship there has always been best friend in my eyes. I never wanted to take away how close somebody else was with Nolan, but Nolan was my best friend. That was a guy I knew I could call at any point in time. He called me at 11 o'clock on the 4th to see where I was parked at. Man, me and Nolan have countless nights of him giving me advice on my girlfriend, on my life in general. Nolan has been the only friend, and I love my friends and my best friend in this group of guys, but Nolan has been the only person that ever tell me, like, he's proud of what I've done. He's proud of how hard I worked. He's proud of me going overseas to go play ball. That was my guy. Like, that was my best friend.
Yeah, and so how does it make you feel when the media, activists are coming out and alluding to the fact that you may have something to do with what happened to Nolan on that day?
Man, that hurts. It hurts is an understatement. I beat myself up every night I lay down. I beat myself up anytime it crosses my mind. Because in my head, if I wasn't drinking, if I didn't get into that altercation, maybe I would be able to do something. Maybe I would have saw something. Maybe I would have told Nolan, hey, man, you're not going with that girl. Just come back with us. We're going back.
One thing, too, that I don't like is how they're going to try to play the girl, blame it on the girl, and then the girl is going to be like, I don't know. But again, y'all, I can't say this enough. This is clean cut. You don't even have to be that smart. There's no reason that there's so much confusion and it's so hard. It's so sad. It's literally breaks my heart for Nolan Wells and his family, because again, there's no reason why there shouldn't be people under arrest. There shouldn't be harassing the mother of Nolan, and it's just, it really, really, really breaks my heart. But this is America. This is how it's gonna be. I can't say it enough. Father, we need you.
I know that you are listening. You hear me every day. Father, please hear us, and we will be okay. Father, we need you to heal families today.
Father, can you hear me? I'm calling on your name. Not Buddha nor Muhammad, but it's Jesus we cry out loud. Father, just forgive us. Hear us when we say we'll give you everything, our lives and souls today.
Father, you know we need it. I've never seen so much pain. We have the faith for now. Your victory we will gain. Father, you know we mean it. There's no more heart of stone. We're ready for your power. Now the sin is gone. Father, we will say can you hear even me, Lord, Lord? See, I'm coming to you, Lord, just as I am. I'm in need of the blood of the Lamb. Oh, my heart, my soul, send me out. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me, Lord? I know I can't do this by myself. I know.
Oh, yeah.